What's up, guys? I was at Gilboa this weekend in the snow. I think you can see that. All right, so we had an eventful day of diving. It was pretty good. People ask, well, how do you go diving when it's really cold outside? You just need you an ice fishing tent and a heater, bro. That's all you need.
Like the second one, it'll be real dry out.
Ice fishing tents. They're great. So this video is going to be about the MK2i by Garmin, and this thing's range is insane. Literally. I was picking up my buddy from 60 feet away, and that's the reason I bought this. I know what you're thinking. Well, your tanks are, I side mount, so my tanks are right here, and I'm usually like this. How much more range do I need, right? Well, you're not wrong. But this year, my son's gonna start diving. This is gonna be my backup computer, and it's gonna be my way of sitting back and just observing my son, making sure that his air's good without having to bother him while he's diving or stress him out, having to figure out to tell me his air and all that. You know, I think that this is a great way for parents that dive to be able to keep an eye on their child's air without having to worry about running up and asking them for that air pressure. So sit back, enjoy the dive, and I hope you guys like this video. It was going to be a better video. I had a hour-long decompression dive, but GoPro decided to delete the video. Come on, GoPro. I'm gonna need you to get it together. So here's what I do have. It's not my decompression dive, but it is another pretty awesome dive. So hope you guys enjoy.
You can always tell when it's the winter time up at Gilboa because the fish aren't getting fed by the divers as much. So when they see a diver in the area where they get fed at, they're more than willing to come up and say hi and get up all up in your personal space. Alright, I'm getting ready to go into the new school bus at Gilboa. This is the one that you have seen the video that I did before of us sinking it. Chad's sliding on up in there nice and easy until right there his SPG got stuck. I just realized this a few seconds ago while I was editing it, and this is one reason I absolutely love running video. It's because I come back and I get to learn things that happen on the dive right along with you guys. At some point in time, I am going to be putting a dive sleep somewhere around this bus for people to come down and sign. I was going to do it this weekend, but it just didn't work out that way. Down here in the corner of the bus, somebody's put a gnome. It's kind of cool. If you notice the leaf spinning around, Chad's fin kick, you can see stirred up that water. This catfish, bro, he's a monster. He lives over by the old school bus usually. At least that's where I usually see him. He travels all around there. He's a big guy. I love following him, but get a little bit too close, he doesn't like it, he's out of there. I'm not going to follow him anymore. I'm not going to harass him. Like I said, these fish will get right up in your personal space. This is a small Christmas tree off to my right. These flyover style shots really take a lot out of you. You got to be hauling to get past both divers. Needless to say, I was a little bit wore out after this one. I like messing with Ryan every time I do something like this anyways. Chad always cracks me up. He's most personality on a diver you've ever seen. Alright, so this is the wreckage. It used to be a water tower. And, it's a fun little playground to play through. If you stay in with this video, you'll see me go through some tight spots inside of all this mangled mess. Alright, so here you'll see the tubes, and this is the recreational limit to a open water certified diver. This is a 60 feet, and over here at Gilboa, it gets quite chilly down here. Alright, I'm trying to race to the front of these two so I can catch Ryan and Chad coming out the other side. Here's another quick shot of the Garmin Decent MK2i, what it was displaying around about this time. And then we've got our friend Jason. This isn't Lake Placid, but it'll give you nightmares. Alright, Ryan slides by and gives me a sneak okay. I wasn't really paying attention because I was more worried about video. Gives me another okay. I didn't see it. There, he got my attention. I gave him the okay back. He gave me the thumbs up, which was just him acknowledging that I gave him the okay. We're not really going up. Alright, right here to the right is the Christmas tree, and one thing that I really love about the Christmas tree, other than the fact that there are ornaments on it, is that if you look in the Christmas tree, you will see a ton of fish just hanging out and enjoying the shelter. Alright, so right here I'm showing my computer and I am acknowledging everything is okay. And I have a reading on the air. Now I know you couldn't see the air. There's Ryan up there, that's where the transmitter's at. But I know that I'm getting a reading on his transmitter because anytime I lose transmission, this watch vibrates and it is strong enough to feel through your dry suit. So I know I've still got comms on him. Alright, here we go. We got Chad taking a crap on the pot. He cracks me up, man. I love diving with him. He might not be the most serious diver that you could ever dive with, but he is definitely one of the more entertaining divers that you could dive with. He won't miss a chance to silt you out, as you'll see here in a minute, but he's always fun to get in the water and mess around with. He's probably one of the few people that'll make you laugh too hard underwater. There's a moral to the story right here. Watch where you put yourself. Stay out of people's way. You will get kicked in the face if you swim too close. Now they go up, and I decide it's a little bit easy. I'm going to go the tighter route. I'm going to go do a little zigzaggy motion up underneath this thing. And it was at this moment, right here, I seen a hole underneath there, and I'm like, that's happening in the future. I noticed that in edit while I was editing this video. So, at some point in time, somebody's going to have to hold my beer, because that hole's happening. I've been through this many times. I'm going to critique these guys on going through this hole. Alright, so Ryan's the first one going through. It's a really tight spot for back mount doubles. So you can't really critique him too much. He's a little bit on the high side. He should be dragging his belly a little bit closer. Coming out the other side, it's fine. So he did something really good right there. He put his feet up and he put his face down. If you're unsure where your fins are, put your face down and your feet up. You're less likely to silt anything out. And now we're over here at the helicopter. This thing's always just a joy to go playing around inside of, and swim through its holes, and check out the cockpit. Occasionally get hung up on stuff. Some really good tight holes to practice cutting through on this. Alright, there goes Ryan, checking out the cockpit. Them doubles are hard to get through stuff. It's a lot of tank on your back. It was at this moment I knew I need to question my dive buddies. That's one thing I like diving with these guys. We're on a joking, just messing around dive. We mess around. When we're doing something serious, it's dangerous or whatever, we take diving really seriously. Right now we're not in very deep water. We're about 35, 40 feet or so. So, you know, kind of a little bit lighthearted down here. You still got to be somewhat serious, but there's no reason you can't mess around and have a little bit of fun. Get a little wave from Chad. Then I gotta speed this up a little bit. I think I'm gonna do a video where instead of cutting things out, I just speed everything up in times where we're traveling. So I realize Ryan's gonna be going into this boat, so I kind of hurry up and get over here and get set up to where I can get video of him coming into it. Alright, he's all the way in the foremost cabin of this boat. Bathroom, shower. Right here, reverse finning would come in handy, but that's pretty tight. He had to turn around inside of there. I got set up to get a shot of him coming out. This is one of our more favorite things to do. Let's go gliding underneath this airplane. It takes pretty good buoyancy control to not stir anything up going through here. Because some spots, they can get pretty tight, especially if you go underneath the open doors for the landing gear. On the right hand side of the screen are the open landing gear doors that I was talking about. I'm getting ready to go underneath this one. It's a bit of a tight fit. Ryan's got perfect trim going through. I didn't even see him pick the hard up. I honestly, I need to go back and watch this video again because I really did not see him pick that hard up. Then we got Peg Leg Ryan over here, just swagger paddling across the bottom, push pulling it like he's in Venice. Alright, if you've made it this far in my video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, leave me a few comments, let me know if I'm doing a good job or if I totally suck. If you like the new things that I'm doing with the channel or you want me to go back to the old ways. And just for those people that really did make it this far, I'm just going to throw in a little Easter egg here. I lost one of my big blue lights on my decompression dive. So it is somewhere between the first platform, over top of the pig, and then down the wall to the deep side. So somewhere in that general vicinity, if you go looking, you might be a proud new owner of a big blue light. Battery's charged on it, or at least it was when I dropped it, and all the seals were good and greased up, so it should still be great and good working order.